Hi, today we're going to be discussing something we haven't seen on YouTube yet. We're going into Wesley Chapel, 6 of the top communities, and Epperson's going to be one of them, so stay tuned. Hey, this is Chris, and on our channel we discuss everything about living in Tampa. If you have any questions, anything we can help you out with, click on the link below. We'll post it. You can schedule a call. If you have a quick text or email question, be glad to help answer those. And if there's any other information you're looking for, let us know, and we'll do a quick video on that as well. Okay, so let's get into some of the mapping so you can kind of get a gauge on where Wesley Chapel is. This grid right here outlined in red is what is considered Wesley Chapel's area. We'll zoom in on that soon, but I wanted to give you a good idea of where that sits versus Orlando, Lake Buena Vista, where Disney World is, and all the theme parks over there, Universal Studios. Let's get into some of the neighborhoods and what's around some of these particular neighborhoods that we picked out. You can see here 75 runs into 56, and this whole little area here are Tampa Premium Outlets. You got a Costco, you got a bunch of restaurants around here, as well as if you come this way on 56 towards some of the neighborhoods we're going to be discussing, a lot of commercial. This does get really backed up, at busy times, so just keep that in mind. If you're thinking about renting or buying in this area, and you're going to be heading downtown, you just want to check out these areas maybe when you're going to head to work or when you're coming home. That way you can get a good idea, especially if you're visiting. Try to see what it looks like on those time frames. So in regards to Wesley Chapel, I just want to go over a few things as far as the numbers go. When we're looking at Wesley Chapel over the last 12 months, average days to contract is about 10 days. The sold price over the last 12 months has been about $342, $234, and the average pending price right now currently is $478,501. So just like the rest of the market in Tampa, we're seeing a big increase on price points. I think the biggest difference between now and let's say in the late, I should say like 2006 to 2010, 11, before the market crashed, we're seeing a lot of offers go in with people paying above the asking price, but they are paying cash. They're bringing their own funds. So we're not going to see that same issue that we had last time where appraisals were coming in too high. Banks were financing properties that were negative equity on the properties. Now what's going to happen is if somebody wants to sell, they're just going to, they'll possibly take a loss if they paid too much for a property. But statistically, what we're seeing is over the next 5 years, we should see prices continue to increase because of the influx of people that are actually moving to Tampa or the surrounding cities around Tampa. So, remember, once you end up buying a property, even if you pay a little bit more for it, your sale now becomes the earmark for the next property. So, just keep that in mind when you're making offers. Make sure you do have some comps, or you feel that the comfort level is there, that the value is going to continue to increase. Otherwise, you might just want to look at a different area. Let's go into somewhat of a little bit older community. It's been around. I've had a lot of friends buy in here. It's called Meadow Pointe. Meadow Pointe is going to be, again, right off, well, I'll give you a range of where it's sitting. It's going to be between County Line Road and 56. It's a really large area. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can kind of get a gauge on this. Meadow Pointe's going to be this whole area. It's a really big community. It does have some schools within it as well. We talked about Dr. John Long Middle School being one of the higher rated schools in the area in some of our other videos. You also got Wiregrass High School, Wiregrass Elementary, is all within this area as well. When you're looking at Meadow Pointe, you're talking about price ranges between $130,000 upwards to $686,000. And square footage, you're going to have homes anywhere between 1,150 to almost 4,500 square feet. Average, homes, 3-bedroom, 3 baths. They started back in 1994, and they're still growing. 2017 is where some of the last homes were built, and they're going to be a mix. You're going to have single-family homes, villas, townhouses. Taxes could range anywhere between $1,500 up to $8,000-9,000 depending on the property. Days to contract on these homes they're only lasting about 5 days. And from what we see, there have been quite a few sales in this vicinity because you got a different range of somebody looking for a smaller property versus somebody looking for a full-size family of 5-6 people. The Ridge is the next community we're going to go ahead and look at. They're already built out. Real nice entrance. It's actually a guarded, gated community, so you actually have to be let in by security. So that's a nice feature. I would say those homes are going to be newer than Meadow Pointe. They're also going to be a higher price point. You're looking somewhere between, high 300,000s up to $1 million. Average home price is going to be somewhere in that $500,000-600,000 range. Square footage, you're looking at about 2,000 to 5,200 square feet in those homes, and they're 4-bedroom, 4-bath on average for the homes. Those were built 2017 up until 2020, so those are just being completed. Actually, we did see one house that's actually still being finished as we speak now, so I would say 2021. It probably was sold last year, and they're just finishing it. Those are going to be single-family homes. Taxes right now, because they're so new, you're going to have some properties that add lot taxes, but they're going to range between, I would say, $4,000 up to $11,000 or so. Very common to have pools in that neighborhood. Days to contract on average are about 7 days. So again, hot market. Right here is where the Ridge sits in this Wiregrass area. So it's a little bit north of Meadow Pointe. And to kind of give you an idea here as well, Wiregrass Mall, or the shops at Wiregrass you're going to see is right here. We've got some footage that we can kind of show you that too. A lot of major department stores like Dillard's, Macy's, there's a Barnes & Noble, a lot of restaurants here to eat at. Again, got a Publix across the street, real popular here in Florida. And then you've got Rooms to Go, and all the major stores are around here as well. Within the shops at Wiregrass, it's going to be more of an outdoor shopping area. They do have, obviously you go inside the stores, but this whole area right here, you're going to be able to walk around and walk through. They do have some nice features over the holidays where they'll light a Christmas tree, a real full-size Christmas tree. They've got things for the kids to do, and it actually is very nice, especially when it gets a little bit cooler out. To walk around this rotunda versus just going to the regular malls and being inside. So if you like being outside, you want to walk around, maybe you just want to be outside and window shop, take a walk with your dog, or maybe take your kids out, stroller, and have a nice walk. You can actually hit this whole area and actually stop and grab lunch while you're in that same area and not have to move your car. Just north of that, also wanted to mention, there is a Advent hospital. You've got orthodontists, Florida Medical Clinic. You got everything right here. So again, if I'm zooming out, a lot of things within the community. They've built everything really easy to access once you get into this off Bruceby Downs and 56. Not too bad on the traffic, not until you get down closer to Tampa Palms area, past Pebble Creek. You'll start getting some congestion down here in, Bruceby Downs, Cross Creek. They're still having construction going on down here as well. So just keep that in the back of your head too. All right, so if we continue going east on 56, past Meadow Pointe, we're going to run into Union Park. Let's see here. This area right here is going to be Union Park. They actually have a neat entrance, kind of reminds me a little bit of almost like a Disney type of entrance. Kind of give you some stats on that as well. Price range on those homes between $170 and $585, about $315,000 average sales price, and square footage going to range between 1,200 square feet and 4,000. Looking at mostly 4-bedroom, 3 baths. Years that those were built are between 2015 up until 2021. Single family homes and townhouses are what you're going to find in that area. And taxes going to range anywhere between $2,800 to $9,200 right now. It's real common to have pools in those areas. And right now, these properties are sitting on the market for only about 9 days. So that'll kind of give you a little bit of an idea. Let me scroll back out. The one point I would say about Union Park, if you're just looking at this, it looks like there's going to be, more so one main entrance into this whole area. There are some other ways it looks like you can get in. Obviously, it's going to be quite a bit further, but there's one main entrance. So, keep that in the back of your head too. If you're okay with that, or if you're looking for different access points in and out of the neighborhood. Okay, so coming off of 56, let me scroll back out so you can see this. Here again, here's 75, and here's the outlets. If you come down 56 to Bruceby Downs North, you're going to see this is all Seven Oaks right here. This is a big master plan community. They've got their own school. They've got a lot of different builders in here, and a couple features I would say to note. Notice most of the subdivisions have their own small little park, which is a nice feature, something that we haven't seen in some of the other communities. Also wanted to make note that these homes aren't, I think the setbacks are between the homes are a little bit bigger than some of the newer properties. You're going to see that you have maybe a little bit bigger lot possibly on some of those homes. To kind of give you some stats on it, you got homes ranging from 180 up to $1 million. Square footage ranging between 1,300 up to 4,600 square feet, with most homes being a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. The age that those homes were built were between 2003 and 2016. So again, you know, not too old, but a little bit older homes. The community is well kept, I will say that. So the HOA does a good job at that. Majority of properties in there you're going to see are going to be single family homes, but they do also have some townhomes. Taxes are going to range between $2,700 up to $13,000, and you get a mix of pools, whether it be private or community. And one thing I will note, days to contract in here, it's a very popular neighborhood, is 4. So if you're making offers, just keep that in mind. There are multiple entrance points to Seven Oaks off of Bruceby Downs and also off 56. So it definitely is one of the nicer planned communities. That's a little bit older. I would say Seven Oaks is a little bit higher end community than say Meadow Pointe, and it's a little bit newer as well. Looking at Epperson, which is what probably most people want to know a little bit more about. We got some great footage of this neighborhood. What's really nice is the lagoon is right here. So if you are maybe going there for the day, you don't have to go through the whole neighborhood along with everyone else. They don't have to have people that are not in the neighborhood driving through it. So anyway, we did check out the lagoon. Very nice. It's a walk-in lagoon. Water, you can see right through. They've got cabanas you can rent. They've got like a beach entrance, so there's beach sand there. They've got paddle boards. They've got kayaks. They also have an obstacle course on the water. There's obviously a charge to get in, but something you definitely should check out while you're there. They do have a real nice area that you can park in case you just want to check out the lagoon. It sits above it, so you can actually, it's actually a scenic view of the lagoon, so if you want to check that out. We made our way into some of the homes by Lennar, Pulte, D.R. Horton. You can see some of the footage we have on that. This is a really nice entrance. I will say the whole community, you can see they are powering the lights with solar power, which is nice as well. It's obviously a huge master plan community. So again, you're going to have CDD fees in this community as well. Some of the homes that we really liked were right here, Biscayne and Avex. So once you turn into this entrance, you're going to make your first left. And I think those are some of the little bit bigger houses overlooking the lake. It's really nice. If you're looking to walk around, get some exercise, this whole community is something you can do that in. They even have park benches all over the place. If you get tired, you want to stop. They've got little playgrounds and so forth, and they're still continuing to build. So you've got a lot that they're still working on. Don't be surprised if you don't see anything here right now. It's something that's coming in the near future. But to kind of give you some stats on Epperson, you're looking at price ranges between $230,000 and $780,000. Square footage anywhere between 1,267 to almost 4,500 square feet. And you're looking at mostly 4-bedroom, 3 baths. This community opened up in 2017, and they are still working on completing it, as you can see. You got single-family homes in this area, along with townhouses. And taxes are ranging between $2,300 to $9,100 right now. Again, keep that in mind that when you're buying a new construction home, they're going to base the taxes off lot taxes only, so they have to just do an estimate for now. They could be on the high side, but you're always better off if you're financing a home, to have them collect a little bit more, so that way you don't have a shortage come the following year and the lender's calling you to say, hey, look, you've got a shortage here, you got to make up the difference, plus you got to pay us back for the amount of money that we paid up front for this. So anyway, definitely if you're buying a house, check with your lender, make sure that you guys are covered. If you don't want to do that, make sure you're setting aside additional money. That way you can pay that shortage if it's needed the following year. Main thing I would say in regards to this, when you're looking at any kind of new construction, make sure you're taking in a realtor that works for you, not for the builder. And if you're going to go ahead and sign into any of or even just go in and look at any of the new home construction builds, make sure you put your realtor's name down when you sign in, or just put down a realtor. That way they know that you're working with somebody. Because if you don't, you may not be able to bring them back into the equation when you're starting to write up the contract. And you definitely want to have your own representation. So to summarize Wesley Chapel, we've gone over just a handful of the communities, and there's quite a bit more, obviously. If there's any communities that you want us to hit or get you some more information on, please let us know. Again, I'm available via text, email, phone calls. We can schedule appointments. We'll put links down below in the video, and please like the videos or comment on what you want to see more of or what you don't want to see more of. We'd be glad to tweak the videos and get you the information you need.